What's up again, everybody? It's Jose Gagnon, the super random guy. 75 here again today. And we are now doing episode 9 of the season 6 Everything Wrong with Thomas the Train commentaries. Like I said, this one's going to be a winter episode, and it's called It's Only Snow. And I know this is going to disappoint a lot of people watching the series, but this is going to be the last time we're going to hear the Alec Baldwin man's, voice for doing the narrations. And we are actually going to be going back to listening to Michael Angelis, starting with episode 10 and finishing off with the rest of season 6, I mean. So I know that's going to disappoint a lot of people, but since, Donald and Douglas are in this season, but Alec Baldwin doesn't really know how to do a Scottish accent for some crazy reason, or he just chooses not to. But, since Michael Angelis, he loves the series a lot more. He does the Scottish accent for Donald and Douglas since they're both Scottish engines. So this will be the very last episode we'll be hearing the Alec Baldwin man's voice. And we'll be finishing off the rest of the season with Michael Angelis, the man that passed away last year. So get the greatness. Get ready for these 2 episodes. Like I said, this is the last one we're going to be doing today with Alec Baldwin. And then, starting with the next episode that I'll also be doing today, we'll be starting it off with Michael Angelis and finishing up the rest of the season with Michael Angelis, pretty much. Get the greatness. Have the amazing happy times. And let's get this episode rolling, everybody. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, man!
It's your holiday time on the island of Sodor. It's very cold, but the engines don't mind. They love this time of year when the stations look jolly in their decorations. There was plenty of work with passengers and parcels to be delivered, no matter what the weather. Driver says there's more snow on the way, said Edward. We'll soon be wearing our snowplows, said James. You'll enjoy that, won't you, Thomas? Teased Henry. You know I won't, said Thomas. I don't like my snowplow.
And that's why a lot of people don't like the winter time too, is because, all the crazy snows all over, the ground. And then you got to go and, you get most of the day just going outside to clean your driveway and then, cleaning off your cars and stuff. You got to get rid of all that crazy snow from the driveway so you can park your cars. It's super ridiculous. So I can kind of relate to Thomas with that, him not wanting to use his snowplow. But, he must understand that, having the snowplow will make him protected so that way he doesn't get stuck in the snow and stuff. Because no one likes being stuck in the super cold, freezing weather. And you're just stuck in a big pile of snow and you can't do anything about it until you have someone else come to help you out. You know what I mean? That's the super junk thing about the weather time.
Sure enough, that night the wind blew and the snow fell heavily. The next morning, Sir Topham had arrived. He told the engines they were to have snowplows fitted. And you are to collect a special from Callan Station. It's needed for the village feast on Toby's branch line. Thomas was excited about his special, but not about his snowplow. Please, sir, my plow is awkward and uncomfortable. Do I have to wear it? Everyone has to wear a snowplow, said Sir Topham Hatt. The fitters, his driver, and firemen all helped with Thomas's snowplow. We'll have to try that again, laughed his driver. Big, horrid, awkward thing, Thomas grumbled. He was much happier when he arrived at Callan Station and saw his special. It was a beautiful Christmas tree. The tree will have lights and stand in the middle of the village, said Edward. Make sure you get it to Toby safely. I will, said Thomas.
Come on. There we go.
Toby was very happy to see him. The villagers will be delighted with this tree, Toby said. I'm glad you have your snowplow. I can't clear the snowdrifts by myself.
It's kind of funny, seeing how Toby's gonna be hanging around to help out Thomas deliver the tree and stuff instead of Thomas just going out by himself. So at least he has some company along the way, and he can have someone to help him out in case something goes wrong. On their way to the village and stuff. So it's always good to be smart that way, to have people, be by your side, and just in case something bad happens.
Thomas couldn't see. There was a huge rock buried under the snow. Suddenly, his snowplow hit the rock. Bouncing buffers, exclaimed Thomas. My plow is broken.
Like that, for example.
His driver tried to stop, but the broken plow hit the water tower. Cinders and ashes, exclaimed Thomas. We can't go any further, said Thomas's driver. And there's no one to help us. But the villagers need their tree, said Thomas. Let me try again. I'm sure I can make it. It wasn't easy without a snowplow, but Thomas was determined.
I'm surprised, despite Thomas's size, that he has that much strength to push the snow, out of his way and just keep on pushing along, down the line, without his snowplow. Like I'm just surprised, he's just that super. He's like he has so much strength that he's able to push all that snow out of his way, so he can just make it, to the village to, bring their tree. But then again, like the Alec Baldwin man was saying, he had a lot of determination. So that's probably why, he was able to get all that strength to push the snow out of his way to make it to the village and stuff.
Thomas was trying as hard as he could, but there was just one snowdrift after another. Finally, Thomas and Toby were pulling into the village station. Thomas whistled and the villagers cheered when they saw their beautiful tree. Hooray, they said, hooray! The next day, Sir Topham Hatt sent for Thomas. Thomas was worried. What would Sir Topham Hatt say about his broken snowplow? But Sir Topham Hatt wasn't cross. He was very pleased. The villagers had a wonderful feast, he said. You were very brave to take on that snow without a plow. Thank you, sir, said Thomas. As you know, continued Sir Topham Hatt, there are no spare snowplows, so you'll just have to do without yours for a while. Oh, thank you, sir, grinned Thomas.
So now he doesn't have to worry. Even though, he should, because you never know if he can get stuck again in the snow drifts. But now, since he doesn't have, since Sir Topham Hatt doesn't have an extra one for him to use, he's gonna keep going along and just puffing down the track without using a snowplow for the rest of the winter season, for however long that is. But at least he still managed to deliver the tree to the village and make all the villagers super happiness. So that was episode 9. It's Only Snow. And like I said, for the rest of the season, I know it's going to make a lot of people have the sadness and stuff, but we're going to be just continuing the rest of the season 6 with Michelangelis. But to me, like, even though, the Alec Baldwin man is super funny to hear doing the Thomas, I do feel like the Michelangelis man, does a lot better job. in my opinion, at doing the narration, especially because of all the different, accents. Like how, he does like how he does, sorry, the Scottish accent, for Donald and Douglas, because they're both Scottish engines and stuff. And, he just does the super amazing job, in my opinion, of doing the narrations for the episodes. So that's why I kind of like him a lot more than the Michelangelos Man. But the Michelangelos Man does a super amazing job, especially in the season 5 and stuff, But yeah, hopefully you won't get too upset about it, and we're just gonna continue the rest of the season 6 with the Michelangelos Man. We will see you in the next video, everybody.
Fact.
Yeah.
Vaccines are
Woo!
safe and effective.
Yeah, man. You know how it goes here, everybody, on this channel. Yeah.
Vaccines have the most
Woo!
extensive